Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. So for today's layout, I'll be using that Felicity Jane paper kit. It's the first time I ever ordered anything from Felicity Jane, and um, I really liked their product. It was definitely different. So as you can see, I am inking my edges. I've cut that white and blue strip to approximately 4 inches, and then the black and white polka dots is actually the branding strip from um, one of the papers, I believe the heart-shaped one. I'll be reusing my Kiwi Lane Rings 4 template, and right now I'm trying to figure out what papers I want to use, and I'm going to show you in a little bit what the inspiration is for this layout, which is my friend T, Craft with T, which I'm going to link her channel right around here. I was having kind of like a crafter's block. We had just moved into this house, and I was starting to try to get back into crafting. And she sent me a sketch, and she challenged me to use circles and to also include a picture with a circle, which is not something that I normally do. I don't like cutting up my pictures and shapes. So I decided to use this black and white paper, and it has like little banners on it uh, for this particular circle, which will be kind of like where the title is going to sit. It's going to have a cluster, and definitely I had to think about how I was going to create a frame around it, and I didn't have I didn't want it to be as thick as the ring for ring 4. I wanted it to be just about eighth of an inch, quarter of an inch thick. So here I'm trying to like figure out what I'm gonna do, and yeah. So I end up making some circles on silhouette, and I cut them out to oh, and I actually cut my smaller circle from the rings 3. I mean, well, not the smaller one, the floral one from the rings 3. And if I'm not mistaken, the picture is rings 1. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. Actually, no, it's shapes 3T. I'm sorry. Shapes 3T is what I used for my picture, which you see there, and that is T's mom, Siri, and myself. She's such an awesome lady. I kid you not. She's so supportive. Um, she is kind, sweet, loving. She's definitely, if you looked up mother in a dictionary, I think her picture would be there, because she is the perfect definition of what a mother should definitely be. So here I'm using some fun foam. I cut some strips. Oh, love you, Siri. I know you're watching, because that's one thing, she watches my videos, and I love it. Nobody in my family watches my videos, but Siri does. So it really makes me feel, she's just awesome. I'm using some fun foam, and I am cutting it just to give the frame a little bit of stability. And that's the good thing about using the fun foam. If you cut it thin enough, you can really shape it to whatever you want. So as you can tell, I'm making these frames so that they have a little bit of they're three-dimensional, they're raised. So the paper is literally behind, and the picture is behind the frame, but the frame is up on some fun foams. And here I'm doing it again. I'm just cutting the strips so that I can adhere it. And this fun foam has adhesive on the back, so it makes it so much easier just to peel off the paper and just stick it on, and then just use my adhesive runner, which I believe I'm using a Tombow mono and it makes it so much easier just to stick the stick it whatever it is that you're sticking down, and it works perfectly. Got a little glue on Siri's face, but I think I got it all off with my finger. So I'm just trimming the circle a little bit because I think I misjudged the size and I have a little bit of overhang, and using the scissor makes it super easy just to trim off those little pieces. So I guess I don't show the inspiration to this layout. I thought I did. So now I'm trying to figure out if the picture is going to be raised or if it's not. I'm starting to adhere things down just so they don't move and I can figure out where everything's going. And I'm going to slightly tuck this half circle under the little paper strip. And I do have to use some fun foam to balance my picture on top of these two frames, so now that's sitting on something also that's three-dimensional. So basically the right side of my page, the foundation part is done, and now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to use to make the frame that needs to be on the left side of the page. And I believe I end up making, I end up using the photo frames, and I think that's the 4.5 by 5.5. Not frame, the photo square from Kiwi Lane to cut it out, and then I'm just going to use the 4 by, I'm not sure if that's 4 by 6, or it's 4.5 by 6.5 photo frame, and then I'm using the 4 by 6 and just sliding it over a little bit to make my frame box. That is, I'm going to erase my pencil marks, I'm going to ink my edges, and I am more than likely using my Tim Holtz Hickory Smoke Distress ink. And since I used a pink pen, obviously I have to erase the pen marks because you can definitely see them on the paper. So this will create a little frame, and sorry for the brightness, I'm not sure why it's so bright. Hopefully it will tone down in a little bit. So I'm going to trim, I'm actually not trim, I'm going to make another frame a little bigger or actually a little smaller so that I can, and I'm just going to eyeball this one so that I can, it's going to be used in the inside of that blue and white frame, and I will also be popping that out. I'm okay with using my scissors and not, when doing, freehand cutting, especially when I'm using a large scissor and it's a straight line. You can definitely, it may not be 100% perfect, but it's pretty close, and that's, that's good enough for me. So again, I use some fun foam, I cut some strips, I put the adhesive down on the frame, and that frame is ready to be adhered. And I'm going to stick this down, and you can tell this is a while ago because my hair is blonde in this picture. I haven't been blonde in about 2 months, so I'm a little late of editing videos and posting them. I kind of didn't even know I had this on video, and I found it on my on my computer, so I was really happy to have this video already basically ready to voiceover. So I'm going through the ephemera just to see what I can use, And I really love those little hearts, so I will be using those. And now I'm trying to find something else that I can use. Definitely using all the hearts, and I'm pretty sure I used every single heart that was in this kit. There's a cute little heart tag, which I totally loved, and I had to use that. And now I'm going to go through these little felt hearts, and they're so adorable with the stitching on it. I really, really, really enjoyed using this product. So I completed this layout and 3 months ago, and I somewhere along the line I lost that top heart. That's the felt one that's up in the top. I guess the third one down is the felt one. So in my picture it's actually going to be a pink one instead of a blue one. So I'm going now to find some different things that I can use to embellish, and these are also from the same kit or same collection, and they are like chipboard pieces. And I love this little frame, and I was like, oh, I really want to use it. How am I going to use it? Where am I going to use it? And then it just kind of like, I don't know, it happened. I was like, oh, I know exactly where it's going to go. I'm going to cut it in half, which was fun. And those Tim Holtz scissors cut everything, so they're pretty amazing. So I thought I was going to do that and put it behind, and I wasn't loving it. And I ended up doing what you see here. But I think I'm just straightening them out a little bit because I cut them a little on the wonky side so that they would nestle a little better. And I'm just going to clean up those edges, and I'm going to stick them down. And now I have to play again with those foam pieces because I think it's going to be too, actually, nope, I'm going to pop it all up, and it's going to all sit on top of that frame, or both frames, the little chipboard frame and the black frame. And I was using these adhesive pop, I don't know what they are, little squares, mounting squares, but they didn't work on the velvet, on the not velvet, I'm sorry, the felt hearts, because like I said, I lost one. So, and I actually adhered a second one that had fallen off. So I don't know what brand they are. I'm just trying to use stuff that's in my stash that when we moved, I found, and who knows how long they've been in my stash. So now this page has come pretty close to being done, and I'm going to try to figure out something else to put in that little in the frame that's on your left, in the rectangular frame. And I have some bits and bobbins that are just kind of like sitting there, and I wanted to use some sort of gold thread or something on that little heart tag that you see there on your left. But apparently I'd rather add some enamel hearts, also from this collection, so the colors are perfect. So I'm gonna spread some around, and I'm using all the typical, the blue, the green, and the yellow colors. And once I do that, I think I finally look for the gold thread. Maybe not. Maybe we'll keep adding more hearts. What attracted me to the Felicity Jane paper was I like their soft colors. I think it's a lot different than what we see in the mainstream. You know, they do design their own papers, and you don't find them anywhere else other than their website. So I really, hopefully when I have a job again, I can afford to buy more Felicity Jane stuff. I definitely would join their kit club. Paper quality's pretty decent. It's a decent normal thickness, and everything looks, the color saturation is perfect and everything matches perfectly. No complaints from the peanut gallery. I have no idea what I'm looking for, so bear with me while I find it. Maybe not, I'm not sure, but I hope that you enjoy this video. I'm coming very close to being done with it. I think the only thing I'm going to do now is add the gold embroidery thread, and I'm going to add another little chipboard heart. Yep, still looking for it. I'm so sorry. I thought I cut out. Oh, there we go. All the unnecessary parts of this video. I guess I missed one. So I'm just gonna like double it up, and I'm just gonna do a little knot. Actually, I think I may have doubled it and then doubled it again, just so I could have like 4 strands. And then I'm just gonna cut them so that they can be like loose. I'm sorry that I'm off camera, but I just want to say thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I am going to link in my description a Facebook Live video that I did today. I will be doing a Facebook Live video every Monday for the next 4 weeks. I had one today. You can catch it on the replay, and I will also, you should have seen the picture in the beginning of this video of the advertisement for it. So if you check over on Facebook, you can also send me a friend request, or if you're not into that, you can definitely look up the My Little Scrapbook Store Facebook group, and that's where they're the ones hosting the lives. So my title is from a set of stickers, a gold glitter, and I'm just spelling out the word friends. And at first I thought I was going to put it at the bottom of this circle, and then I moved it to the side there, and I just felt like it was, I don't know, too empty. Like I didn't like how it looked, so I ended up moving it again, and didn't like the way that looked. Trying it on this side for a second, not happening, and bingo, we have a winner. So I'm going to finish this page with some gold Heidi Swap Color Shine in the gold, and I will add one more little chipboard piece, and that will complete this layout. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm hoping to get back into a regular schedule, so I'm hoping to see you all real soon. Have a great evening or day. Bye.